What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Watching Nerdy. I am James. We got
Kevin.
Merle?
DBZ.
What the hell?
I'm Logan.
Why?
Yes.
That's Zach. That's Zach. No, he's Dragon Ball Z now.
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Z.
Zach? Is
Dragon Ball Zach.
Is that something people call you?
Deep Ball
Maybe-
and Zach.
maybe-
We'll
after
try.
today,
We'll start it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start it now. I'll start tomorrow. I'll
DBZ
put it on
can-
Facebook.
DBZ, can you come in the back room, please?
I'd call him Dragon Ball
I like
Zach.
it.
I'll do that.
He's more Dragon Ball Zach than you are Jim.
No.
Dang.
Come on. No. I could pull Jim off, right?
No.
Like, the name Jim?
Yeah.
The name Jim, yeah.
Technically, no.
Yeah. So,
Zach.
Watching Nerdy is, of course, our... Oh, yeah, that's good and loud. Right in the microphone.
We're real
Alright,
professional.
let me just pop my jaw real quick.
Oh, please don't. Here on Watching Nerdy, we sit down, we watch a movie, an anime, something like that, and we'll sit here, we'll recap it for everybody. Right now, we are continuing Season 2 of My Hero Academia. We originally were going to do it as one full episode, the 3 arcs, but the first arc turned into quite a long episode, so we broke it into 2. So now we're going to try our best to get the next 2 arcs down into this episode. So this is Hero Killer Stain time.
And it kind of started in the last arc. Like Ida got the bad news about Ingenium, and
Yes.
Oh, I don't know what else. Like there was something else.
We get a little jump
We got a
during
glimpse.
During
At
the
this point,
tournament
he's already killed.
where
5 heroes,
Ingenium
right?
actually
Something like
goes
that.
off on like
Oh,
his
yeah.
mission
And
and runs into Stain.
At the end of Season 1, at the very end, you see a clip of Stain.
Yeah.
Oh, just like on the skyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Doing something gross.
But first, let's go tell us the episodes we're going to be discussing today, Logan.
Time to pick some names. Episode 13.
Oh yeah, they can really see.
It's kind of a fun
Gran
episode.
Fun
Torino
episode.
appears. Episode 14.
Well, we'll start with 13.
explosion killer.
Lord,
Midoriya and Shigaraki. 15.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that
I forgot
episode.
about that one too.
16. Hero Killer Stain. Or Hero Killer. Stain versus UA students. 17. Climax.
The climax.
18. Aftermath of the Hero Killer Stain. 19. Everyone's internships. 20. Listen up. A tale from my past. 21. Gear up for the final exams. 22. Yayurozu
You got it.
Rising. 23. Stripping the varnish. 24.
Go to the strip
Katsuki
club.
Bakugo origin. 25. Encounter.
Okay. So, there's 2 arcs. Sounds like they were going to be doing today. Hero Killer Stain and the final
Finals.
exams. So, let's
Yay.
jump into episode 13, the naming episode.
Time to pick
Well, this
some
is-
names.
They're picking names because they're also starting
Going
their
on their
internships.
internships.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is what kicks off the.
Which I think Bakugo actually was not the most selected.
No, it was...
Todoroki.
Yeah, Todoroki.
Got the most.
They even mentioned that it's like
And then
Bakugo
Deku
won.
got 0.
But
at
he
first.
he had a bad look about him. Like he wasn't exactly.
Yeah,
fun.
when you go into the Swords Festival, you don't really get hurt that much except for yourself.
Mhm.
You don't look that great.
And he's also had to be muzzled and was barking. Talking about Bakugo.
No, I'm talking about
Deku. Yeah.
Deku, yeah.
Yeah, and his quirk is so unknown and self-destructive at this point, so
That's
they
fine.
didn't
There's
wanna, they want to wait and see what happens.
as usual. There's larger plans at work for Deku. So Mr. Teacher's pet. But
Does anybody remember any of the names?
a couple.
Yeah,
Explosion killer.
Fropey.
King
Killer.
Explosion Murder.
King Explosion Murder.
I think Lord Explosion Murder.
Can't stop the glitter.
Can't stop glittering.
I cannot stop
Oh,
sparkling.
yeah.
Okay.
And
I
then
get
Midnight-
okay, I didn't remember.
Midnight
Froppy.
Swords it to
Deku,
stop
Uravity.
Duplo
Uravity. Yep, Dupla
Uravity.
Arms.
creating
Shoto.
just Shoto.
Uh,
I think Tenya just uses his
Uravity.
Yeah,
Alien
originally.
Queen.
So, oh yeah.
because he was gonna take it.
Yeah, so in the hospital, his brother tells him he wants him to take on the mantle of Ingenium, and so here we see like they have to write it on a board and then go up to the front of the class and show everybody.
The first one was Alien Queen.
Yeah,
It
Alien
was,
Queen.
Oh, and Midnight's judging them, and she's
Yes,
shooting them down pretty rapidly.
but Ida decides
on
just
the
to go with
Grape
his name,
juice.
grape juice.
Purple drink.
From drink.
And then of course Deku, he uses that.
Yeah.
I don't think Bakugo actually, because he was stuck on explosion murder being
Yeah.
in
What
his
was
name.
Tokoyami's?
Oh shit!
Fuck.
Dark Shadow?
That's not
No,
Dark
that's
Shadow.
that's his dude.
I thought
Darkness Abyss.
That's
his move.
That's his ultimate move.
God, you're stupid.
Do you even Boku no Hero?
do you need it? I can't figure it out either.
Do you remember Momo's?
Creati.
The creation hero?
That was
created.
bad.
That's really bad. It's like, I hope
That's
I
like
can-
something off of Invader Zim.
I hope I can
Yeah.
live up to
We
his
are
name.
the Resisti.
Hagakure was the stealth hero, Invisible Girl.
Yeah.
The guy got Pinky.
Yeah, because she shot down Alien Queen.
You think Pinky'd be easier to remember, but that's the one I remember is Alien Queen.
Yeah. Because she shoots acid.
I remember.
Oh,
I can't stop
yeah,
sparkling.
and yeah, there's another pop
Okay.
culture reference too.
Yeah,
A
Alien.
sci-fi pop culture reference, no less.
Can't stop twinkling.
I can't remember any of the other ones though.
I can't remember.
Of course,
what
grape
Coco
juice.
is.
Yeah, grape juice.
Cellophane.
Oh.
Cellophane.
Red.
Red Riot.
Red Riot. Yeah.
King
What's your boy?
Kaminari.
Yeah, Kaminari's.
I
Don't know.
don't think he settled on
Electric
it.
Boat Man.
What was it? It's something to do with 10,000
I can't
volts.
remember anymore.
Or I'm getting them confused with their
What was Jiro? Just
Earphone
jack.
jack.
Earphone jack.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
But it's fine. They're just
What about
temporary
the dude that can
anyway.
speak to the animals? Maybe he just went up there and
Anna
didn't say
voice.
nothing.
No, that's his
That's
first
his
name.
power.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think he has one.
It all just he's kind of background character.
I like Coda.
He's fine, but he's not important.
I like it.
When
When
he
we
was-
get to the finals arc, it's so great.
We need to move along anyway.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I don't know if there's much anything else that goes down in that episode, but
Not really.
It's just fun.
So
It's a nice way to sort of de-stress after the last few episodes.
but we move on to the internships. Deku actually gets to go to Gran Torino, who was All Might's.
Senpai.
Yeah, and let's see if I can try to remember some of the other ones.
Bakugo went to Best Jeans.
Best Genius, yeah.
Death Arms ended up with Jiro.
Uraraka.
No, Jiro.
No,
Gunhead
Jiro.
had
Gunhead,
Uraraka.
yeah.
Kirishima
Tsuyu
and,
went with
Tetsu went to the dude with the four
Some
arms.
kind of walrus guy.
yeah.
Yeah. Mineta went to Mount
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 Lady.
Lady.
Mount Lady, yeah.
Didn't turn out how he expected. None
No,
of
I
them
think
did.
Midnight was Momo in them, right?
No, it was
No,
like
there was a new
Mo-
character.
Yeah, it was like she
Momo
like, had,
and
like,
Big
snake hair.
Fists went with the Medusa
She was
chick.
the
yeah.
TV star.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just
Her
wanted
and
them.
the girl with the big hands.
She just wanted them for their bodies.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
to help sell. Most of them are just sort of like short little fun things.
Yeah.
Bakugo, Best Genius tried to pretty him up a bit. Brushed his hair, gave him jeans. He was wearing jeans at one point.
Todoroki did Endeavor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just
Todoroki did go to Endeavor.
which is that's a boss move right there to show how little his dad has control over him. He works for him.
Oh, Ida went to
He went to a Hoshu,
Yeah,
no-name Hoshu.
yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
surprised
hero
that he was
agency.
like, "Why
Yeah.
are you like here?" Like,
Although the guy actually does confront him. He's like, "Look, that's no coincidence. Where you work where your brother got injured.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. I might not be famous, but
I
Not a
may
fool.
I may dress like a fish, but I am no fool.
yeah." And what'd you say his name was? Tetsu?
yeah,
Tetsu.
Tetsu and Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
Yeah, the guy they end up working for, even though he's like
Community
this
service.
big Goro-looking badass. Yeah, he just had him cleaning up the park. Uraraka goes against type, but she's working with what did I say, Gunhead.
Gunhead or something
He
like
teaches
that.
her close quarters combat, which
And
is
he
Which is
good at what
pointless
he
because she
does.
doesn't know how to
Seemingly.
use it. She's
But,
just pointless.
That's why she was doing that. She needed to broaden her portfolio there.
Yeah.
But he teaches her how to go up against an armed assailant with a knife, like someone who has a knife. The moves.
She's trying to broaden her skill set.
Well, she needs to
try to
broaden
add
them
some
some
more
more.
tools to the toolbox.
Um,
So you went to the walrus walrus dude.
Yeah.
and
That's
she
a
gets
dude.
an episode too.
Yeah.
a whole
her own episode.
But it doesn't really tie in anything, so we can go ahead and.
Yeah,
It's
no, we
just
won't,
put it
we won't
now.
bother with that.
It was good filler.
Let's go with let's talk about Deku and Gran Torino. So Deku goes to Gran Torino's place.
Oh my god,
It's this rundown, like apartment-looking building.
Gran
He
Torino
goes in,
is dead.
and he's laying there. Looks like blood's, flowing out from under him. Deku immediately thinks he's dead.
He's like, I'm not dead.
But he's actually just fallen and dropped his
Snack cakes.
snacks or something on the floor.
And
And
he's acting
Yoda, take
senile.
you to him, I will.
It is
He
Yoda,
throws the Yoda trick where he acts all senile and friendly.
he tells him
Starts rummaging through his thing.
And
Yeah.
who are you?
yeah.
And then he gets
Why
all
you are in my
serious.
house?
Throw a smash at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they end up just kind of sparring for a little bit.
We see Gran Torino has this jet propulsion quirk where he can just shoot himself
Zip-zap
around the room.
Yeah.
He's also really, really tiny.
He is small, yeah.
With
Yeah.
old age. They show him younger
Yeah,
later
he's
on. and
he's tall and
It's just something that
muscular.
it's kind of like Recovery Girl is tiny. It's
Yeah.
just seems to be how old people act in this anime.
But in their little spar, he breaks the microwave. So Gran Torino goes off to buy a new microwave, leaving Deku to clean the place up. But Deku,
Is running through things in his head.
yeah, he's thinking
He's
he's
muttering.
thinking about all this, what's going
Doing
down
what
here.
he does. And Gran Torino is nearby.
Yeah, he's
actually
outside the
listening
door
to him.
listening.
Yeah.
And he's starting to think of how he's kind of got that Mr. Miyagi type training where he's using mundane tasks and things to teach his lessons.
Right.
Which
So
brings up the how where Deku comes up with his full crowning ability is he has Deku put one of his snack cakes in the
Yeah.
new microwave and is
it's
like, have you never used this type of microwave?
it's funny too
before?"
because he's like, well, ours at home doesn't spin.
Yeah.
So
He's Pofo.
so he doesn't know how to cook it thoroughly, all the way through. He realizes that he's the fish biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and
a metaphor.
It's a
and,
parable, yeah.
and he's
This-
able to finally use just 5% of One for All.
for cowling is
For
what he
cowling,
ends up
yeah,
calling it,
yeah.
So pretty much he spreads it through his entire body instead of just blowing
Right.
out a finger,
Just 5%. He's able to do,
which is
Everything.
good because by this point he's already been told by Recovery Girl your arm is never going to fully heal. You cannot do that again. Do not do that again.
Even have fingers anymore at this point.
well,
She's just that good.
She's using I'm sure she's.
His hand's mangled though.
Yeah,
when it
he's
shows
got
it in
the
close up,
scars.
it's got scars and his
Yeah.
fingers aren't straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
And
came
it's
at a
like
cost.
that
Forever, yeah. They Eraserhead has those same scars on his face.
Mm-hmm.
If you look now, he has those same type of scars.
Did you
on
have
his
that
face.
before he went up against Nomu?
No,
or-
it's
No.
after the
Yeah.
Nomu. Yeah.
No, really messed him up.
Nomu,
but-
I think, has been pretty much confirmed for One's Justice, by the way.
Oh, really?
I don't know if he's
Sure.
playable, but
You fight against him in the
Yeah.
It's
story
kind of
mode or
like
whatever.
the Shao Kahn
oh man,
of the,
maybe.
like
Wait
the
for us to
final
get this
boss,
game.
the cheap
Yeah.
We're gonna
final
do
boss
this?
at the end.
Well,
of
of
the
course.
Oh yeah.
If we can fix that
arcade.
audio issue, we got a
Shit.
problem with.
We'll do it. Well, we'll
Definitely.
discuss that
Yeah.
later.
So, I think at this point, Gran Torino decides to take a trip, right?
Well, I
Yeah.
think they spar one more time.
They spar one more time. Deku tries to jump in the alleyway.
Oh,
And
he's
then we
he's
get to
training a little bit.
We're
to-
gonna go off here and fight some low-level thugs or
Right.
something.
on the way.
Hey,
It
Pastor,
starts to
Otsu.
tie into another story, which is
Right,
already
which
started,
is-
which is Ida, who's working with unmemorable, just
I think
rando
his name's
pro.
like,
Rando
it starts with an
guy.
M. It's like Mako or Milo.
Mediocre man.
He's
There it
just
is.
there.
But,
He's there for Stain and nothing else.
Yeah.
Because Stain always kills 3 people. And
No, in his, he's saying whenever he. Are you saying whenever he attacks?
yeah, whenever he attacks in an area, it's. I thought it was 3. It might be 5.
We'll say
I
3 to
thought-
5.
3 to 5. Yeah,
heroes.
3 to 5.
Anyway, the kills multiple assailants or multiple people before he moves on to another area, and the
Right.
Genium was his first. So Ida went to Hoshu because he knows that that's where
He's still in that area.
He's still in that area.
I forget. Was this? Did Shigaraki already send the Nomus through at this point? Because they were the mediocre man and Ida were responding to something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
the
they're
Nomus.
responding.
Yeah.
because but while the
But-
training and stuff is going on, Kiro Giri has pulled Stain to the bar.
Oh,
To
right,
the
yeah.
bar where everyone knows your
Join the
name.
League of Villains, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Stain's all.
Like, well, what are you fighting for? And they're just like, well, nothing.
We
Yeah.
just want to kill All Might. That's about it.
It's just what it is, man. That's what we
We
do.
like
But to Stain, All Might's the
even though
only
Yeah.
true hero.
Yeah.
his dream is to be killed by All Might.
Stain is a villain in action. In ideology, he's not that villainous. It's just how he follows through with it.
Sure.
He's a corrupt hero, really. He's not only the hero killer in that he kills heroes, but he's also a hero killer. Like, he is a hero in his kills.
Right.
In his own head, anyway. But we don't really get into his ideology until later, although he does kind of hint at it there. He's like, you guys are just thugs. Like, why would I? I'm not going to join you.
Yeah.
I have my own goal.
You don't have
You
any
don't have a goal.
conviction.
Yeah.
And this is is this where Shigaraki and him, I think they go at it, right?
Yeah.
And,
Or-
He gets a knife
Hiro
in his
Giri
collarbone. At
Yeah.
least.
has to, warp gates
Yeah.
all their
Yeah.
shit.
So there's like, while they're face to face, there's a Shigaraki
Hands here,
hand and a
there- yeah.
blade coming out here. It's pretty cool.
It is cool, yeah. But so Stain, so they send Nomu out. Nomu are rampaging around.
Yeah, plural.
And Stain is off in an alleyway. He's got another victim.
Yeah,
It's like
Native man?
Native American dude. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Native man, I think that's something like
It's
that.
just
Japanese
The
native.
A
native.
Japanese native. His hero name is Native.
Native, right?
Okay, well, what a
I would
weird-
really like to know more about this guy, though.
maybe he's like Night Wolf. He throws like plasma
That'd be
tomahawks or
awesome, dude.
something.
So Ida
It's gotta be
has come
something native.
across-
And Ida finds him.
Yeah. Somehow he just kind of like turns his head and he's like,
Yeah.
wait, my Ida senses are tingling.
Tingling.
And he confronts him.
So now begins the post-Sue incident. You got Nomus attacking, you've got Stain attacking, so you bring in a few pros to deal with the Nomu.
Well, first,
Yeah, they're doing riot control.
yeah, they're
essentially.
riot control.
But
a Nomu crashes through the train
Yeah.
that
Oh,
Gran
yeah.
Torino and Deku are on.
Gran Torino shoots out and he's like, "Don't go anywhere," because that's
Sure.
How's that
ever
work?
been how it ends up.
But Deku does, and he ends up finding
Well,
Ida. But
yeah,
first,
he ends up he realizes where they are and he's like, "This can't be a coincidence," so he shoots out.
yeah,
And Ida is confronting him, and he's like, my name is Eagle Montoya. Killed my father. pretty much.
Had to die.
But he's like, you very nearly killed my brother. I'm here to take you out. And he's like, revenge? That's your big heroic plan? And he just fucks his shit up.
yeah. And so I guess this is where his quirk. He uses knives. He uses swords. He uses and
Which causes a lot of contusions. and
he'll
stuff.
he stabs you. He cut whatever.
There's a lot of blood on the blade.
And he licks the blood.
Once he's ingested the blood, it paralyzes.
It'll paralyze you. So Deku learns a little later, or realizes a little later, that it may have something to do with your blood type.
Yeah.
It's how long you stay paralyzed. Because
But,
Ida stays paralyzed basically the entire fight.
It seems that the more closer you are to
So
type
does
AB,
native.
which is universal donor, you stay paralyzed longest.
Right.
Universal recipient. Type O negative universal donor is paralyzed the shortest.
Right. And it turns out Deku.
That's really, I know I didn't even make that connection until that's perfect for Stain. The universal donor, someone who's more giving, more heroic, more altruistic, is less affected by his power than someone who's a universal recipient, who is more greedy. Not that people are really greedy for having that blood type. You know what I mean, though.
But it kind of fits.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was.
I don't know, man. Sometimes it seems like they're operating on a higher wavelength, but that's good shit. But
turns out
he's got Ito pinned, and he's about to go for the throat, and he's like, you're not worth keeping, kid.
Yeah.
And then just
boom.
Yeah, just out of the shadows,
jumping off the wall,
like he's a Ninja Turtle. Yeah,
like he's running by, going to this floor, he's like, shit, and there's.
Yeah, not only has he learned his lesson from Gran Torino about cowling, but he's also adopting some of his, because Gran Torino doesn't fly; he kicks off.
Right. Yeah, he just bounces along.
So that's what he's doing. He's bouncing off of walls.
Yeah.
And eventually he adds another bit of flavor to it, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, no, we're not there yet.
But he bounces off and he comes in and he just punches him just straight in the face.
And so now I think we're probably getting into the episode, the Hero Killer versus UA students or whatever. It was called.
It should be pointed out at this point, before Deku hit Stain and found him, he sent out a message to all the other students being
well, I think that actually happens after he hits him, because he's like, while they're monologuing, because he's like...
He's got his phone out. And
he asked Deku, he's like... Because he sees the native, and he's like, oh, there's another man here, and, Stain kind of perks up. He's like, oh, you noticed there are victims, and he's like, well, why are you here? Why are you fighting? And he's like, well, I'm, to minimize the loss of life. And Stain's like, hey, we got a winner here. Yeah. Like, this is
winner chicken dinner.
This is why I'm in this business.
Hey,
right.
Maybe you can kill me too.
He gives him a little hope for the future. And while they're monologuing, I don't think it really shows it. Maybe if you know it's there, you can go back and find it. But at the time, he's pinging his GPS.
But that's all he does, though.
Yeah, he doesn't send a message. He
doesn't say like, dudes, I just fucking caught Hero Killer. I need some help.
Just smack you in the jaw. It was so sick.
He just sends out his location. That's all he does. Mm-hmm. And so, do they keep scrapping at this point?
Yeah, he goes back at him, and I think that's when he gets a little bit of Deku's
stabbed.
blood.
Yeah, and down goes Deku.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, Todoroki shows up, and
because Endeavor took him there because.
Yeah, they were responding to the Nomu crisis. But he got the ping, and he's like, he pieced it together.
I think he even has does he even have a moment where he's like, hey, I'm leaving?
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah, he tells him.
I don't give a shit.
Endeavor's like, I'm going to show you how to be a pro. He's like, hold on. Wait.
You do that, I'm gone.
Friends in danger, fuck off.
I don't even know if he goes that far. He just says,
no.
He's got something.
I'm going to this location.
I've got something more important I got to do.
He does. He tells them the location.
Yeah, he tells them, though. Yeah, like, when you're done here, come here,
So, at this point, is Gran Torino fighting one of them?
He's fighting Nomu.
He's fighting an Nomu. Or he's sort of... Oh, he's not, like, winning. He's kind of keeping it away from a civilian couple.
Yeah.
And then
has Stain said the whole there was one point where he gets pissed at a Nomu and he's like, I'm gonna kill that fucking thing. Do you remember this? The flying one. He says at one point, he's like, I
think it was right before
I'm gonna kill that thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was before him eating it.
Because later on he gets his opportunity. Mm-hmm. But which is not really important, but I just thought it was a nice little
nice little foreshadow. Yeah. But Endeavor, Sunless now, does run across Gran Torino, and this is where we kind of see for the first time that even someone like Endeavor, they don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, Gran Torino's an unknown.
But I mean, that can't be nothing, right? Like, there's a reason for that. Okay, well,
I don't know
because he's just like, I don't know you, honored elder, which again shows a very.
I think Gran Torino says society that he just didn't want to be popular. right?
Maybe.
They only taught
But they do
him
call on
UA
him
for
later
1
on.
year.
To fight
After
the Nomu,
this,
yeah.
because now he's on people's radar.
But Endeavor's like, okay, I got this. And then Gran Torino just flattens the Nomu now that the people have moved off a bit. And he can open up a little more.
Is this the part where Endeavor like?
No, that's
Is that
That's
at
the
box
next
go?
go.
That's okay. I won't even say nothing then.
Yeah.
So we go back and now Todoroki's there. Deku's paralyzed. Ida's paralyzed. So Todoroki he gets some moves in.
Yeah,
He's staying at range, but yeah.
Yeah, he's using
shooting,
his ice,
He's shooting
right.
ice and fire and all that. Because at this point, he started using his fire.
Yeah, he goes both ways now.
He swings both.
He's via elemental.
Yeah.
Okay. This just reminds me of the analogy I used last episode, but that's fine.
So let's see. So I'm trying to remember what all.
So right now, Native, Ida, and
And
Deku
Deku are
are paralyzed. And they've pieced it together because they're all talking because they're heroes and villains. That's what they do. They talk. But he knows to kind of keep them at range, and he's trying to close that range. And throughout the battle, he does get like within striking distance of Todoroki, and then Deku's suddenly back in the fight. He's not moving at full speed, but he's clearly
Sure.
moving.
Yeah.
I think does he even do like a Detroit Smash or something? Like I feel like he stays kind of like out of the.
He has to do something. Yeah.
I feel like I should have rewatched that.
But I think it's just like mostly talking at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, Deku came in with honorable intentions, and then Todoroki came in with pretty honorable intentions. He's
Right.
trying to save his friend's life, and each of them react to the victim on the scene, as opposed to Ida, who didn't give a shit less about Native.
Right.
He's just like, I found you. I'm hunting you like a savage,
Right.
which is not honorable. It's really no different than Stain. But so yeah, they're clearing the air. They're telling each other what's going down, like why
Yeah.
we're fighting.
And then
Stain starts to get the upper hand on both of them simultaneously, and that's when Ida comes in. Like he finally kicks out of his fatigue.
but they have a how do they do that at the end? Because they have like Stain up on the wall,
Yeah.
right?
I think there's I don't know if he like blasts him back or just scares him back with a nice little ice quake thing that he does.
Yeah.
And then like a simultaneous, pretty much a shoryuken
Yeah.
from Deku and a reciproburst kick from
On the opposite side, yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah,
they hit him
because at one point Stain is about to get his hands on Todoroki, and then Ida snaps out of it, and he starts stabbing Ida, and then he uses a Recipro to kick him up in the air. But at this point, his engines are shot.
And he
Yeah,
uses
he has-
Todoroki
And
to
he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, freeze my leg. Why? Just do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So then he gets Recipro Extend, which is more powerful because his engines don't overheat.
But he's because again they're all talking while they're fighting, so Ida's doing it to save Deku and Todoroki more than he is doing it to get revenge on Stain. And Stain
Right.
says there is no retribution, like you don't get to come back from the decision you made.
Right.
You don't get to be the good guy now. So he still plans to kill Ida. He just doesn't.
And they're able to knock Stain out, though.
With a pretty sick move.
Yeah.
Like Deku punches him and then Ida slams him in the side.
Yeah.
And off screen, they find rope in the garbage and
Yeah.
they tie him up.
Tie him up, take him out, get Native, and take Stain
Start
out.
heading out the alley.
Uh,
What we've seen Endeavor at this point finish up another fight in a spectacular
Oh,
fashion.
he melts a person.
Yeah,
A Nomu.
once they find out that they can take the damage, because even Endeavor doesn't kill the Nomu.
Right.
Like it seems like he would, but that's just me. But he he clasps his head with both of his hands, starts firing it up, and then just like a blast of blue flame just like burns his face off.
Yeah. So
And then he
they
runs onto walls.
get out. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's not like delicate like a
No,
ninja.
Oh,
he's
no,
like,
burning
like-
this.
yeah.
Boom, boom. He's a
Like
big
the
guy.
building's getting ready to collapse.
And we saw him earlier against that flyer. He threw like a javelin of flames.
Oh yeah.
So he's pretty good at what he does.
That's why he's number 2.
He's number 2, yeah.
But they get out, and
They're met by Ida's superior, who we can't remember.
It's something
Mediocre.
W.
Gran
man.
Torino's,
Gran Torino's there. Yeah.
Endeavor's late to the party, but he does come up and, sees his son with Stain the hero killer wrapped up. But the third Nomu, the one that hasn't been subdued, that took a javelin to the face,
Yeah.
scoops up Deku.
Yeah, the winged one, yeah. And
Yeah.
he takes off with him, and who is it that ends up saving him?
With Stain.
Stain saves him. This
He-
is
he-
this
he
is the
snaps out
Nomu
and
that he
wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
that he said he was going to kill earlier.
Yeah, and he does kill it. Like, it's not some, I subdued it. He drives a knife into its brain, its exposed brain, and puts it down.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Ever since the first Nomu, why don't you hit it in the brain?
Because it's exposed.
You have been saying that, haven't
Yes. Stain is the man.
you?
But he did it to save Deku as well.
Yeah.
Like, he sees worth in Deku.
Then we get this terrifying thing when he's
Yeah,
talking
because
to everybody.
he's
and
free now. He's out of
Yeah.
his bonds, so he just starts like lurching slowly back to the
'Cause
group.
He's broken. He's,
Yeah.
he's hurt.
Yeah, he's beat up.
And he's like, none of you are worthy. Only one is worthy, and that's All Might. And like this. I don't think it's an actual shadow, but it's like a
an
metaphorical,
aura
yeah,
of like anger,
black
and
and red,
evil, and
Yeah.
It's pretty.
murderous
Pretty
intent.
awesome.
I think they say.
yeah.
Even
And-
the pro heroes.
And then
are
he
kinda
freezes.
Yeah,
Now I'm
he
not
freezes.
entirely sure. They say a broken rib
A rib.
punctured his lung. So did he ingest
Which
his
ingests
own blood?
his own blood, yes.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
quirked himself.
He quirked himself,
Well,
exactly.
go quirk yourself. But
But quirk yourself before you wreck.
apparently somebody was filming, and
like, who the hell would have been filming at that time?
one of the cops maybe, because there was some,
I mean, it's an all-hero society, so it's like, oh, that's some cool shit.
yeah.
Yeah, this
They're probably not scared anymore.
well,
I
until
didn't think any civilians were around in that area.
But
I'm saying that I don't think death has that much weight to people anymore. Because like, oh, I could
Yeah.
die any second.
There's probably a hero that could bring me back to life.
probably Senator Palpatine would tell us. But
Give the door of Darth.
oh yeah, so whoever did film it ended up putting it up on the web.
Of course.
They ended up taking it down, which means it popped up twice on the deep web. So they
Yep.
took that down. So of course it spread.
Fed to the dark web.
It's on the internet. It never goes away.
And
So anyway,
we also see Shigaraki sort of watching from afar, like just disgusted that he killed this pet Nomu.
He's also pissed that they're paying attention to
Yeah.
Stain and not.
He's doing his
Dragon.
little neck
Yeah, his
thing where he
little-
claws at his neck. And at this point, I was kind of hard on Shigaraki during the season 1 talks. I'm coming around on him. I like him. He's got some, but it's the character progression that the show is trying to tell me that made me come around. He is finding his path as a villain.
Right.
He is getting his conviction. And yeah, I like that in him. But it also shows like the after effect of the video leaking. It shows
Stains become a household name.
shows a man with 2 different colored faces lurking around. It shows a young, let's say maybe teenage girl over a bloody mess of a body.
yeah, starts bringing out some
All to the backdrop of Stain's voice barking out his manifesto,
and I think that pretty much wraps up the Stain arc.
So the fact that it brings out other villains.
Yeah, it starts bringing those other villains out.
We got the interlude at the hospital where they talk with the dog police chief.
Yeah, it's like
Dex
the
Dog
from Dragon
Detective.
Ball.
Did he say
The dog president from Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Who's
He
very
basically
stern and very
tells
serious
them
until the very end when his
that
tongue comes out.
Technically, they should be arrested.
Oh, yeah, you can't use your
because-
quirks.
'cause you can't use your quirks unless
You're not
you're
licensed.
Yeah.
But he is going to look the other way this one time. If they
Endeavor
do-
takes the credit for the
Yeah.
caller.
if
Right,
they
right, right.
agree to this story.
Yeah,
which they
that
do.
Endeavor caught Stain, not the kids.
Yeah.
So I wonder what would have happened if they would have
like if everybody known that they were the ones who
It would
beat the
have gone
Hero Killer.
arrested.
They probably would have been kicked out of UA.
Yeah, it would have been the end.
They'd be cops, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably not Todoroki.
They,
He's
would they
connected.
be
He'd be fine.
vigilantes?
They probably would end up being
Because I don't
vigilantes.
think they would be cops either, because that's a conviction, and you can't have any convictions.
But as
It
kind of
would
as
be a
Stain
cop.
was saying, really, hero and villain are jobs. They're not stances that they're
Right.
taking. So the heroes aren't good. You've got Bakugo and Uraraka who are doing it for money. It's just a job to them, and that makes sense to me in that universe that you would want a hero. That would be their job. You don't want them to have a 40-hour-a-week job, and then the bat signal pops up, and they're like, I'm here for
tired,
another
man.
hour.
Yeah.
This is their job. That makes sense. But that also, it's a very mercenary way of thinking. And that villains, like Stain, aren't necessarily working towards a greater evil as much as they are a greater good, but they're doing it outside the bounds. So villain and hero are jobs, not, alignment.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
There are a few that
Yeah, Shigaraki's a villain.
Sugaraki's a villain.
Through and through.
That quirk of his is pretty cool though.
Mhm.
DK. Decay. So then we get
Hell yeah. That's what.
we get into the so now it's finals time. We're back at school. Well, they finish. We see some more of the internship stuff.
Yeah, this
But,
is that filler episode.
Yeah, this is sort of filler-ish, but it's still
We
fun
get to
stuff.
see her come into her own right, and she's wearing. It's just a weird little detail I remember. She has like a green. It's almost like eye black, but it's not eye black. It's like under the eyes, like a football player.
Yeah.
She's got like a green line, so she's still working on her costume.
Yeah.
They're all improving.
But the next arc is finals. They have written stuff. They have written exams that they have
Traditional
to
written exam, like
to
this.
take, and then they have more they have practical ones. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't somebody tell them it's against the robots again? So they go thinking,
Yeah, someone from an
Because
upper
Yeah,
class.
upper
the
class.
year before it was.
yeah. So
robots.
they go in thinking that, oh, okay, it's fine. Like, I'm gonna face these robots again.
Also, one caveat: we get to see how everyone ranked in the midterms during all of this as well, because you got
Momo number 1, right?
no, hold on, I'm thinking. You got Acid Chick and Electric Dude, and they're both
yeah,
I didn't study at all.
on their test scores,
Yeah.
they're like really, really low.
Yeah.
No, they're like
Momo
19
helps
and
them
20.
study.
Yeah.
And Momo is number 1.
Was
Takes
it this,
him to
was
her
this the point
mansion.
Bakugo actually helped his buddy study?
Doesn't
Buddy
Kira-
study,
That was
study
for
buddy?
the
Kirishima,
exam, yeah.
for the yeah.
So
They got
we're really seeing their relationship
Because,
blossom, their friendship
because
blossom.
Kirishima asked Momo for help, and Rebecca goes like, "Am I not good enough?"
And so they do the written stuff, and then the practical exams come. And turns out it's not against robots; it's
Right.
actually against pro heroes.
Well, yeah, because
teachers.
shit's been
The
getting
teachers,
crazy
yeah.
this year. You got to kind of up your training a bit.
So it's 2 students against 1 teacher.
And then we find
And
out
the teachers are wearing weighted wristbands.
They are. They're
kind of
To
stuff, so
handicap.
there's
it's
less-
Yeah.
kind of a handicap for the kids because
Um,
they can't defeat them at 100%.
and I think the very first one is
Momo and Todoroki.
it's Momo Todoroki versus
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead.
There's a earphone jack and
Coda
Coda,
against
yeah.
Present Mike.
Present
which is
Mike,
the
yeah,
first
that
time
one
we
was
see
great.
him use his power
And
offensively.
talk, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? It's the first
seen
time we
them
hear him
bugs and
speak.
started screaming.
He did the. Are you talking about Coda?
Coda.
I was talking about
yeah,
Present
yeah.
Mike,
No,
but
Present
yeah.
Mike. Yeah. No, this is the first time we hear Coda speak.
Yeah.
You seen them
As
bugs
Jimmy
that start
Kaminari
screaming?
versus Nezu.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
was
and
Nezu.
that Phantom guy took on.
Tokoyami
Sue.
Tokoyami
and Sue. Yeah.
Talking about the evil looking guy?
Yeah.
Ectoplasm.
Oh,
Ectoplasm.
Ida,
Ectoplasm.
Kirishima and
Sato.
Sato versus
Send us.
Suzumitas.
Yeah.
Cementos.
And they lost because they kept trying to punch through his walls and they just ran out of juice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
Mineta and
and Sero
And
versus
Zero.
Midnight.
Midnight, yeah.
Midnight.
And
you
actually,
said Uraraka? We already read that one. I feel like
no, it was Uraraka and
Can't Stop Twinkling against 13.
13. Yeah.
So So that's when he was like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, let's go through the ones that who won and lost. We won't go too in depth about each
So maybe Uraraka.
battle, but
God, we flash back to that a lot.
so Uraraka and Aoyama
Naval laser.
versus 13. They actually won. So
Yeah.
the objective is
Either subdue the hero,
beat them
or
down,
get
KO
out.
by, or you can capture them
Or escape.
or escape. And they actually end up capturing 13. He's actually trying to suck them in.
Yeah.
They're hanging on, like they're being pulled in. They're trying to hang on.
Like Twister.
Yeah, exactly like Twister.
Twister.
Aoyama,
the fucking blue.
out of the blue, mentions to Uraraka that
Her
he thinks that
blossoming
she's
crush on
That Deku
Deku.
boy.
yeah.
You like him, right?
Oh my god,
And then
that's exactly right. That's
and then
perfect.
she just lets go.
Puts her
Yeah,
hands on
because
her.
she gets embarrassed, you know.
Crush, and then, of course, she starts going, and then her training
But,
with
yes.
Gunhead comes into play, and she just switches like a switch in her head. Just went.
Her pupils go away. It's just white eyes.
And she's able to do the move.
And at this point, 13 has realized, oh shit, I should probably turn this off.
yeah, finna kill this bitch. But
And then she gets in, but he's going around for another, like trying to subdue her. But Aoyama comes in.
He dives
takes
in. He's
his
got a big
other
old grin. He's like,
arm,
"Oh, s'il vous plaît, oui, oui."
Oh yeah, he's,
and then she grabs the handcuffs, puts it on, and
what does
then
he say?
That's it.
What?
He said something so funny, dude. I can't remember what
oh
it was.
god, it
Let's
could have been
not
anything.
dwell on that right now.
Oh, you know we
So
forgot.
we'll be stuck
I got
there.
you.
So Nezu won his
Bow.
the principal
Yeah.
one against them.
His
He
quirk
has
is-
like stochastic capabilities. He
Yeah,
can,
he's very good at planning. Like very, very, very good.
but
at
he gets a
planning.
little crazy though.
Yeah.
He even says like
I left you one way out.
he says like
No, Recovery
because of
Girl
his,
says because of his upbringing in a lab,
with humans that
he kind of gets a little.
Yeah, he's not human. He's,
No, he's
he's,
not
he's a
human.
mouse.
Yeah.
He gets off a little bit. On,
yeah he gets
on
off fucking with you people. Yeah, exactly. But let's see.
Ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm versus Tokuyami and
And
Sue.
Sue.
They win by.
Escape.
Actually, they have some pretty good like a plan.
Yeah.
They almost escape, but
They subdued.
they
Oh, yeah, they
capture.
do.
They actually capture him. He's able to
Create-
clone himself.
Yeah.
with the ectoplasm.
But it can be big or small though.
Yeah.
And he makes a huge one. He's able to finally
He captures them.
he captures them, but Sue has swallowed the handcuffs and she barfs them up,
'Cause
gives
she can
them
do that.
yeah.
She's a fraud.
She
She
mentioned that back in
though.
the US.
And she was like, "But those ones, don't worry about
That's
those
gross.
parts of my quirk. That's
Yeah.
not, you know." But
He's
she
like,
did
"You
mention
should
that she
work
can
a
throw
woman."
up her,
Yeah.
stomach
her literal stomach.
stuff
She can
to
throw up her
get,
stomach.
She also mentioned poison mucus that has yet to come into play.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because
And that's also when she mentioned about the hibernation thing, that she doesn't like the cold,
yeah.
which that comes into play later. But
She planted a lot of seeds that day.
yeah, dude. She barfs these back up, gives it to Dark Shadow, and Dark Shadow's able to capture him. We've got Sero and Mineta. Sero immediately gets taken down by midnight, leaving Mineta on his own, who starts freaking out, going crazy. Obviously, he can't, he's like, I can't do this, I'm by myself. But then something clicks in Mineta, and he's like, gets real smart, starts really thinking about,
and starts using Midnight's sadistic side against her.
right, and
Because she gets kind of goes into full on dominatrix mode
Yeah.
with her whip and stuff.
and he is this when he formed? No, he doesn't form the whip yet, does he?
No, that's his ultimate move.
Yeah, he uses grape rush on her, grabs Sero, and goes out.
And they escape.
They
said we
escape.
will live to see boobies another day.
Yep.
We would live to see those jugs again.
Let's see who. So Koda and Jiro
Jiro gets
face against President Mike. They're in a foresty area. He's just like
He's
Yelling.
at
just
the escape gate.
Yeah, he's at the escape, and he's just taking him down with his voice.
That
you
to
know?
me is just one of the scariest powers, because I have just this guttural disgust for when strangers try to talk to me, like at work and stuff. So like if it actively hurt me, like that's just, I don't know. That'd be like if someone was scared of frogs and they had to fight Sue.
Yeah.
President Mike is my antithesis.
Gotcha. But it's obviously messing Jiro up. She can't, you know.
She starts
sensitive
bleeding
hearing,
out of her
yeah.
ear.
So
At this point, Coda. Okay, so their only way out is he's got to talk to these bugs. They're the only things
animals
around,
around.
that he can use, and he's deathly afraid of bugs.
yes,
but
But
yet he overcomes his fear
it's
when
the
he
ear
realizes
that does it
Jiro's
for him.
ear's bleeding.
and he gets down. He starts talking to these bugs. He's like, "Come on."
Hey, no, my middle friend, you have to help me get them.
And-
and then Jiro's like, "You can talk."
Yeah, and
When he
so
first seen them bugs and started screaming, bro, I was rolling.
Yeah, but he's just like, it's just steel, and then he's like, ah, and then he runs off.
and she's just like,
What?
but it's he sends the bugs to President Mike,
Mhm. Underground.
Yeah,
where it's safe
underground.
from the vibration of the
and then they like, you know, cover him up, and they're able to escape. Let's see who we forgetting.
Bakugo and someone took on
Deku. Bakugo and Deku take on all.
Oh,
of them.
who took on the guy?
Hagakure and Arm.
Oh,
Dupla
yeah,
Arms
uh,
took on Snipe.
Yeah, they take Snipe on,
Oh, I
and
forgot
that's
about
when she
Snipe,
gets
yeah.
naked,
Yeah.
right? And
He bumps
She
into her.
has the,
Yeah, he bumps
she
into
has
her with his
the
elbow
handcuffs, gets him handcuffed, and he kind of bumps up against her.
There's the
breast.
bulldozer guy from the developmental
Yeah,
course.
that's Ida and Sato, yes.
Yeah, they weird themselves out because he just breaks up walls and they keep smashing through, but eventually they're
No,
gonna.
that's-
No, that's
That's
Cementos.
Cementos.
no,
That's Cementos.
Kirishima. And
Hiroshima
so-
and Sato.
The guy with
Oh,
the
yeah.
sugar
bulldozer
man.
jaw. I don't know what it's
That's
called.
Ida.
Yeah, that's Ida
Yeah.
and karate dude. Tail
yeah,
dude.
Ojiro.
Oh, tail guy, yeah.
Ojiro.
So of course the main course for this, buffet of bloodlust is Deku
Deku
and Bakugo
versus-
versus All Might.
Versus All Might.
I can tell you.
Baku's
Yeah,
not
I kind
happy
of want to
about
see
it.
that.
I want to watch it again.
They obviously immediately can't work together.
Right, they go to their corners.
Yeah.
Or Bakugo wants to go in and just wreak havoc, and Deku wants to mutter to himself for a while, come up with a strategy, play to his weaknesses, maybe, pincer attack, maybe go around, try to escape instead of conflict.
Right.
Trying to outthink it. And, Bakugo won't have any of that.
But I think while they're arguing amongst themselves, All Might's just like, fuck
Yeah.
this.
Just like
Just-
1%.
Yeah, and just destroys like a city block.
The main
or something.
thoroughfare of that city
What
is
that
just
was real
ruined.
cool about it when they had got away from him and they were like talking to each other and he just pops up right there in between them. He's like, "Hey guys," and then punches one of them.
He ends up like he's playing the villain in this
Yeah.
thing. He's taking it kind of seriously
It's kinda
because he's
scary.
like,
And he is beating ass.
oh, he beats the shit out of them, dude.
It's funny to watch two little kids just get jacked up by this huge dude.
But dude, he's like, "Oh, I'm only like 550 pounds now. It's a pure muscle. It's fine."
Yeah. He like, I know there's that one part where he like takes Bakugo down somehow. He probably just like beating the shit out of him. But then he's like, he calls like Deku the run, like he was trying to run away or whatever. So he takes this like fence or something and jams it down on top of Deku, like
Pins him. to the
pins him
ground.
down on the ground. And I mean, he is just destroying these kids.
Yeah.
They're able to escape for a second, and this is where like they finally kind of like, all right,
We gotta try.
we'll try to work. Yeah,
Because there's a time limit to
and
these
Because
things.
Bakugo's like, "All right, fine, I'll listen, but we're gonna fight. We're not running."
yeah. Well, this is where he gives him one of his gauntlets.
And he's also noticing. I don't know if this was this one or back in the, but Deku at some point does notice that Bakugo is smiling. Now it's a sinister smile, But Bakugo is living up more to All Might than Deku is at this point. Because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
smiling and he's stomping forward inch by inch towards that gate.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. It was just kind of a neat moment.
He gives
Because
him,
we kind of shit on Bakugo a lot, like the story does.
right.
He's very talented and everything, but he comes off as evil in
Sure.
a way. So to see him living up more towards All Might than Deku is an interesting dynamic.
Oh yeah. And he gives Deku one of his gauntlets, and they form a little plan. Well, how's it go?
Baku goes out first. He's the distraction, and All Might gets a hold of him. But then Deku comes out from the side, and All Might gets a hold of him. But then he doesn't see his arm, and then
He shoots him with his
like point blank.
But I don't think that's the end of it, right? Because
No.
not
That's
he still has Bakugo down at some point, and Deku could escape, but he doesn't want to leave without Bakugo.
right.
And at this
You know,
point,
because they're in love. So he,
before they escape, All Might breaks both Bakugo's gauntlets, so those are out of the play.
Yes.
And Bakugo's like, well, fuck this. I can use that kind of explosion, but it's gonna hurt like hell.
Mhm.
So he's just fighting all by himself for Deku to escape, and you can see the veins popping out of Bakugo's arms because he's just putting everything he can into those explosions.
But like you
But
said,
yeah, he wears him down. He's got him pinned to the ground, and Deku has a chance to escape, but instead he cowling, jumps back into the fight and hits All Might dead in the face. And it's kind of satisfying.
He's like, huh? Do you want to pull some cars into refrigerators now, bitch?
But All Might said something like an inner monologue or whatever. He said something like, "He hit me at full strength."
Yeah.
kind of impressed himself. He's like, "This kid's nuts."
That like really really hurt.
But then he scoops up Bakugo and they
Get
shoot
out of the
off.
gate.
They go on their honeymoon.
Yeah, pretty much.
and they
Through the escape gate.
win.
Because time's ticking down. They
Yeah.
had a time limit.
So I guess that was everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure we forgot somebody, but
They don't matter. We didn't explain Todoroki and Momo.
oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Momo has a moment.
Momo
Yeah.
got her group back.
Yeah.
She grew
Because since
out
the
of her
tournament,
funk.
she's been in a funk. Like, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second guessing herself, you know.
But she
But she's
she
the
has
best,
a moment.
So,
No,
yeah,
she,
yeah.
she has a
Yeah,
moment
mhm.
though, and they end up
Flashbangs him.
they end up winning that one. But does Eraser let him?
It's
kind of
It's
implied.
insinuated, but he never
Outright
yeah.
says it.
Yeah.
Because Momo misses the
She creates a
catapult.
catapult. Yeah.
And
Like
he
she
hesitates.
Yeah.
she misses.
Well, she
it,
misses.
but
He
he
doesn't
backs
take
up
advantage.
anyway.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole
Well, that's what
point
I
was to
meant
get
by,
him
like,
to
he
back
hesitated.
up.
Yeah. And then she's able to fire the shot off, and it does.
Those Matryoshka dolls she had. But I think that's it for that.
Yeah, that's
There
it. That's
is
the
another
arc.
episode where they sort of, I mean, it's sort of like a teaser for the next one. They say,
Let's
"Oh,
all
you're
go
gonna,
to the mall."
yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
it's
the,
the
you're gonna go
mall.
out into the woods to do practical training.
Let's buy some. We got to buy
So
some
they-
Deep Woods all.
Yeah, they're going to
we
summer
gotta
camp.
do-
Got to get our
Yeah.
bathing
Is that
suits
where
and all that."
Shigaraki?
This is where
Yeah.
Tomura Shigaraki.
Shigaraki's been having his own crisis of faith because he's like, oh, because this is where we meet
Toga.
Dabi and Toga, and that other dude who hangs out in the background sometimes.
Twice?
No, not twice. I don't think was twice
The-
there in that. I was talking about the
Oh, the smoker. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
yeah.
smoking man,
Nice.
Joe Campbell. But he,
Oh, Campbell.
they come in and they're like, "Oh, you're with Stain, right? You know, we want to join the League of Villains because you guys are with Stain." And Shigaraki's just like, "Well, fuck my life," because he doesn't care for Stain.
Right.
But he's got a chance here to recruit some fresh blood.
So anyway, he
Funny
leaves
enough.
for a while.
Yeah, he storms off.
He goes to the mall.
He's having a
Like,
little pity party. Goes to
Goes
change
shopping.
his
He's
tampon.
like,
Go
I'm
shopping.
gonna take off my hands, put on a hoodie. It's gonna be a me day.
Mhm.
and guess who he runs into?
Right?
Old
It's
Deku.
the person he hates almost as much as All Might.
And he just tells him like, "Hey, let's just chat for a
have some
minute."
tea.
But
yeah, he puts four
you know, I'm
fingers
gonna kind
around
of strangle
him.
you though.
Yeah. But he left his.
He does leave
Middle
one
finger
finger
One
off, so he
finger
doesn't.
off because
doesn't
he doesn't
rot
want
him.
to disintegrate his neck. But
And
he
they
keeps,
and they have a little chat.
like doing like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
almost gonna touch you.
Yeah.
That I'm not touching you with that
Yeah.
one finger.
And he asks him, he's like, why is everybody so bent out of shape about Stain? Why does nobody come to me? Like, they love him, but they don't love me. And, you know, there's, of
Deku
course, a lot
tells
of back
him
and
off.
forth.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, Stain is fighting for something. Even if people don't agree with him, they can empathize with that. Whereas you're just fighting for nothing.
Right.
You're just fighting.
And then that
they-
gives him his light bulb moment.
It comes back to All Might. Like, the conversation keeps coming back to
Yeah.
All Might, and he's like, "That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill All Might."
Yeah.
That's me. That's
Thank
fine.
you, Deku. You've cleared this up for me. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever.
Fortunately for Deku,
you want. Uraraka comes back around. I can't pronounce her name. Fuck it.
Uraraka.
Yeah.
Just said, fuck it.
That's her new name.
She comes back around the corner because she wants to talk to Deku because she's been thinking about what Naval Laser asked her, and we see them flash back to that conversation a lot in the next season too. But so she recognizes what's going on, and she freaks out, and Deku's like, "Don't get help. Don't get help."
We're not going to cause a scene here.
Yeah.
We're
because-
gonna let him leave because he's not gonna kill me yet.
Yeah, and he could kill a lot of people,
Yeah.
like, real quick. He's just that good. But
So
So
anyway, he leaves without incident.
although they do tell the police and the pros.
Yeah.
But he goes back and he welcomes into the club twice Toga, Dobby, Splinter, I think, or Shredder, or something turtley like that.
Yeah.
Lizard
Slash.
Stain.
Lizard
Slash.
person.
I don't know.
Spinner,
Lizard Stain is all I call him.
Magneto joins up with them as well.
Booger Lips.
Booger Lips, yeah.
What is his name? The big strong dude.
And then
Muscular.
Muscular, and then
The Nazi-looking
Nazi
dude.
yeah.
With the
Face-
gas mask.
gas
and
mask, yeah.
The trench coat.
And now we've got
Trench coat mafia.
like our new League of Villains.
The Vanguard Action Squad.
That's what it's
That's
called.
what they're called.
And now we're heading off to summer camp, so that's
That's season 3, isn't it?
Yeah, that's season 3.
So
So
that's season 2 finished then.
there it is. We
Season
did it.
2 in the books.
So thanks everybody for watching. I don't think I plugged it at the beginning, but you're on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button. Check out our other videos. Head over to facebook.com/talkinghero15. You can like us over there. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for the show, whatever.
Tell us why you think Uraraka's a gold-digging bitch.
You tell.
She's the worst.
Just tell us why you think she's best girl, like we all do, and not Hagakure
It's Toga.
for no damn reason.
Momo's the best female.
You can do it over on Facebook. You can do it in the comments here. You can send us an email at talkingnerdy815@gmail.com. However you want to do it, let us know what you think. So we appreciate you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Plus Ultra.